Okay, so like I said in the dailies, I'm doing bi-weeklies to bring us up to the last week in the month. Then I can do weeklies again and the monthly. So it'll bring us back into the right place. Because I've got my son's birthday tomorrow. It's been a bit hit and miss today with visitors and what have you. So I'm doing my best to keep you getting some content coming out. And as always, I thank you for your patience. So we've already had Pisces and Virgo, and this is the last one I'm doing today, but I think I might do a live in a minute. So I like to surprise. Libra, in the reverse. So unfairness, injustice this week seems to be one of those weeks, doesn't it? And it's meant to be, I'm afraid. Lessons learned. 17th is going to be a dodgy period. If you haven't watched Ablas's astrology video, I suggest you do. That's on my page. Or go to his site. Ablas Roland Legrand, I think it is. Is amazing. So is the Leo King. They're the ones I usually go to. Gregory Scott's good for week to week. But yeah, let's see what you've got, Libra. Oh, almost the last card. So, and you're in the reverse again. So there is an injustice this fortnight for you, Libra, I'm afraid. Let's pick you a card and see what this is all about. I am the soul pool, you are the soul pool, we are the soul pool. And just for speed, I'm not doing Astral DJ. I will do some Astral DJs in between the reads till I've caught up. So if I get a song, I will post it and put what it's about and all that. But right now I just want to concentrate on getting the reads out so you've got some content to keep you going. So remember, Sun, Moon and Ascendant or Rising sign. Watch all three to get a better picture. So we have the injustice, problems with the lines, a marital home. Could be someone with prostate, colon problems. But there is happiness here. Even though there's an injustice, there is happiness. There could be the birth of a child there, and that might be an injustice for somebody. Because there's a broken friendship and marriage. So the answer is yes, there is an injustice. And it could be within a friendship or marriage. Connected to a Taurus, perhaps. The children hold the key, and you have the key to bind you to heaven or earth, material or spiritual. Somebody's not speaking the truth. There may be neck and throat issues. Excuse me. Material matters, finances, teachers, schools, institutions, governments, ruling bodies, the way you was brought up. You have to let go of control and not try and control this situation. Don't try and hold on to finances. Don't be too greedy. And don't try and make things go your way. 4 years is a negative period. And those born on the 4th or the 23rd, living or past, date for your diary and address, massively important in a negative way. We have somebody working very hard, to the material or financial is important, but they are working to live instead of living to work. Instead of working to live. I always get that the wrong way around, I'm sorry. 8 years. It's all about work. So somebody needs to walk away from that and start going within. You're not meant to walk this next part of the journey alone. A Virgo could be very important. You have to go with your gut instinct. The lockdown could have caused some financial issues. It has for a lot of people. Hospital doors, but it's not a bad news. There should be some healing taking place. But you may have to walk away from everything you've ever known or believed to be true. The 9 or the 27 is positive energy. Those born 1965, plus or minus 12, February to February, may be involved somewhere. You've been through a disappointment. You played your part in it, but you're not to blame, and now we've come to the proverbial bridge. It's time to cross that bridge. Stop dwelling on the past. Stop crying over spilt milk. It's time to find your future. There is those born on the 2nd or the 29th, living or past, date for your diary and address. Either somebody depressed, it's a negative situation, somebody in a dark place because of finances, physical and mental health, spiritual. Somebody's been put in a dark place. That could be you, or you could have done it to someone else. Secrets are being kept, the truth isn't being told, and you're not listening to spirit. And spirit is sending someone to guide you, be it in the spirit or the flesh. That's my card, so you might not be listening to what I'm saying. It's the widow, it's the divorcee, it's somebody who is paying for something possibly they haven't done. They're keeping quiet to protect others. The pomegranate. Be careful what you put in your body, as in diet medication, what comes out your body, as in words written or spoken. These are a new deck, thanks to my one of our soul family, Kristen. She's bought many a new deck for me because she knows I can't buy my own, and I have others as well. Alison and Diane, they've sent me cards in so that I can use them in my reads. Or sent me gift cards and stuff so I can buy them. They're beautiful cards, and I'll always be grateful for that. So we're all grateful, because without them my reads would be very boring. That is I'd have to use the same deck all the time. So what is this injustice, Spirit, please? There's no apology for it either. There is someone who refuses to apologise. Hell will freeze over first. And it could be the Taurus, Virgo or Capricorn. I don't think it's the Virgo because that's positive energy. So I reckon it's the Taurus. Could be somebody in uniform, could be somebody with a darker complexion, could be immature energy, but there's no movement forward, especially in finance and career. And yet, there is a slow moving energy of love. Someone unconditionally loves you. There's no commitment as yet, but the love is there. Could be a water sign energy. You are ready to lay this burden down, or someone is. The Taurus perhaps. Been carrying a heavy burden for a very long time, and it needs to end. 10 days is mentioned. Yeah, defending what's yours. Holding on too tightly to finances, property, stuff like that. But don't let people walk all over you either. You are going to have to defend yourself. Or somebody's trying to defend their actions. There is a lack here. A feeling of being half erased, ignored. A financial loss. It's lonely in a room full of people, a bird in a gilded cage, but somebody is trying to come out of that. 5 years, 4 to 5 years, 8 years in work. A new vehicle, a Virgo and a Cancer, massively important in a positive way. Again, it's the womb, the breasts, the mother energy, the ancestors, family unit, on the right path to success. So once you take back control of your life and stop trying to control others, you will move forwards. It says born on the 7th of the 25th, living or past it, Fidarian address, massively important in a positive way. A red car brings success. So movement forward, journeys, free movement. But lack of communication. You're disappointed that somebody isn't communicating. You may have been blocked. And again, the disappointment where you wished upon a star and didn't get what you expected. But there is a bond or a union here that is not broken. So even though there's a loss of friendship or an end to a marriage, there is still someone in this situation that loves you unconditionally. It doesn't have to be a lover. It could be a child, a parent, a partner in the work situation. There's a bond here, 2 months. The Cancer and Virgo are positive. Taurus is negative. You're in the negative. But there is the chance of happiness here. It just seems finances are getting in the way. So you're chucking yourself into work, or someone is, to be able to make this union work. But there's a lot that isn't being spoken. And you need to communicate. Secrets. And fear. Fear because you know either you've done this injustice or someone else has done it to you. And fear that there'll be more of it. Or fear of going to court to defend yourself. Putting things off until tomorrow that should be done today. And those born on the 22nd, living or past. The Fidarian address, massively important in a negative way. Somebody is worried about what the people think. They've been used. There was no give and take. It was all one-sided. 6 years of being used, exploitation, perhaps in the job, not necessarily in a relationship. But again, it's cost you financially or security-wise. You're not as stable as you was. So you don't want to make a decision because you're either in denial, you're not sure of all the facts, or you're protecting somebody. And I think somebody's protecting somebody in this situation, and possibly it's ill-founded. You shouldn't play devil's advocate because there's addictions here. Could be shopping, alcohol, drugs, gambling, chocolate, whatever it is. There's weight gain. 2 people born 1988 or 1965 plus or minus 12 February to February may be involved. But it's hard lessons to be learned here in finances. So you know there's no going back, but you fear the future. So you're on pause, on the threshold, at the fork in the road. It's time to walk away though, and I think you know it, but you're just frightened to do so. There will be a separation, a break, perhaps because you have to work away. Those born on the 6th or the 24th, Gemini energy, siblings, it may be a sibling that's splitting up. It's negative communications of all kinds. And lies, deceit and theft, somebody's spying. The name Jenny could be important. And the Wren is there. You will survive this, so stop worrying. And there will be a land of milk and honey at the end of it. The Glory Gainer card, I will survive. Something you think is not for you. However, it maybe just isn't the right time yet because it's in the reverse. So maybe it is for you, but something or someone is making it very difficult for it to happen. Stop overthinking this. You're all up in your head in a mental prison. There's no exchange there, so maybe you've been ghosted. You don't know what's going on, you don't know what to believe or what to think. Spirit are going to give you a lucky coincidence, and you know they don't deal in coincidences, so it was meant to happen. To do with your finances and to do with addictions. This lesson is learned, but there will be some luck that comes from it. A lucky coincidence, you might bump into somebody. The chaos and conflict will be over. There is bad news though, or no communication whatsoever. Somebody is blocked. Somebody's holding the breath to see what will happen next, perhaps to see what you will do. There's some sort of celebration, birthday, anniversary, something like that, that's not going to take place for some reason. Unhappiness at a celebration, or because of a celebration. Maybe somebody got married. Yeah, sacrifices, Neptune energy, Pisces, and theirs was a bit complicated to say the least. So, it is a 10. 10s bring about endings. And you are very confused. You have options, and you have to decide what option to choose. The whole idea of compassion is based on the keen awareness of the interdependence of all living beings. So even if you don't want to be amicable, you maybe have to be, and it's hurting. You have to be compassionate to others. The name Thomas could be important. You are being directed into something that you know nothing about, never been in this situation before. You're unaware, things are not clear. It's hazy and indirect, and you don't seem to be getting any help from Spirit at the minute. There's an undercurrent of strangeness. Neptune is a source of trouble, and this indicates escapism as well as beauty. So don't try and run away from your problems, because they will come and hit you back in the face. Maybe escaping into dreams, film, art, but there's disappointment and reverie. Refusing to look at what's real, refusing to admit what the truth is, sticking your head in the sand, or simply being unable to because you're not sure of all the facts. You might see enemies as friends and friends as enemies. This is a time where some may try to manipulate you by their crisis rescue cycles, exhausting you and friends and family with their many problems. There could be a lack of boundaries and confusion where some may orchestrate their own victimhood, but in the end you may become the victim, so don't get involved. Neptune is a place of beauty, that which is ethereal and not easily reached. Neptune is inspired visions coupled with nebulous thinking. Neptune represents glamour, so don't be seduced by glamorous things. It's poetry, music, art, psychic mediumship, but also nebulous thinking, so you're not in control of this. Messages from Spirit are coming, but you're not tapping into them properly. It's difficult to get to the bottom of this issue when you may see smoke and mirrors. Find yourself engulfed in nefarious mists with blame cast on the wrong person, and that's why you've been ghosted, probably because you're blaming the wrong person. Or the blame may have been put on you wrongly. You will be asked to sacrifice something, usually your ego So that's your inner child wanting it your way for some greater good. It's the link that governs us, the last sign of the zodiac, Pisces. It's connected to everything past, present and future. It's where we're vulnerable and where we want to escape to. Lovers can become porn stars, reverie become drunkenness, and dreams turn into nightmares. Unfortunately, Neptune represents self-destructiveness and self-sabotage. And if you're in this situation, I think you need to be looking forward to the 22nd of February when Mercury retrograde comes around so that you can reassess this problem. You may be caught in a situation which is unclear, definitely, and the reason behind it may not make any sense or is being withheld from you. Difficulty getting on the right path and in clarifying your direction. You need to choose one and stick to it. You may be extremely tuned in at the present time though, sensing emotions, having visions, and if this is the case, what is below the surface will be brought out. All these lies, deceit and theft will be found out. So be careful of trickery and playing emotional games yourself. If a beautiful person enters your life, you have to test that relationship. He or she may be too good to be true or the love of your life. So see how they treat others. Cashiers, people like that, waitresses, people that can't do them any favours. And then you'll see how they eventually will treat you. This planet also represents sleights of hands, tricks, and supernatural type of creativity. You cannot be a poet or a mystic without the rays of Neptune influencing you. It's like falling off the edge of the universe into a place you trust, but you have no idea why. You've just got to trust. So beware of deception and confusion, but at least there will be poetry and reverie. It's about imagination, trying to escape in reality. Mysticism, divination, other realms, making contact with higher realms, communication with ghosts and spirits. But you have to protect yourself. Links to the universal mind, the ocean of consciousness, sudden flights of inspiration, artistic ability, artistic life. Sacrificing yourself is yourself undoing, the creating of illusions, dangerous deceptions, narcotics, alcoholics, addictions. There you go, it's going to come out. Toxins, poisons, medicines, allergies, physical ailments you cannot get to the bottom of. The nerves and lymphatic systems needing to flee and become more private. Sleeping and dreams, the colours blue and violet. Burning of candles, glamour, television, film, set design, bodies of water, and living or travelling near them. The beach, mimicry, copying others, blending in, being too afraid to leave the fold. Yes, you need to step out on your own. They don't like that. You are not the same as everyone else. Feeling overcome or intimidated by others. Feeling mercy and compassion and emotional games in a relationship. So somebody's playing on your kind nature or you are playing on someone else's. Mystery, confusion, enchantment, wandering, passivity and secret enemies. Yes. So and there she is again, the priestess, a 39, which is the 12, which is Neptune energy, Pisces, again. So it keeps coming up, and there's a reason you three was ought to come out first, I believe. So, karmic situations, secrets, and hidden enemies. That's what you've got to remember. The number 39. It is a challenge. Are you degrading yourself in any way or lessening the importance of your impact in your world? I think so. Or someone is doing it to you. Have you allowed someone to dishonour you? Have you failed to stand up for your beliefs in order to get something you want? The altar priestess warns that continuing on this path could bring you trouble, as you may be aligning yourself with lower ideas as your companion. Another message she brings you is this: never sell yourself short when it comes to your intuition. So if something doesn't feel right, don't do it, especially medically and otherwise, your diet, etc. You're always led to the highest ground when you follow your inner guidance, but you're not listening, so you need to listen. An important responsibility will be brought to you. You're being required to be the spiritual warrior and to have courage. Be ready, respect yourself above all else, and believe in your purpose, as you're being chosen to be the embodiment of sacrifice in the world. In essence, your challenge is to be the best person you can be out there. You can do this, and Spirit is counting on you to stand up for yourself. Don't let people walk all over you. Germany. Yeah. Don't dim your light. Shine your light. You know you're loved. You are definitely loved. There's no two ways about that. But you have to find the real you and know your true path, because you're not on it at the minute. Choose to be happy. That's all Spirit wants, is you to be happy. Be very careful, caution, tread softly so as not to disturb the woodland floor. So you might be walking on eggshells, you've got to be very, very careful. There is a renewal coming. Nature continuously renews itself year after year. So remember, if something comes to an end, there will be a renewal. Or you may revisit something during Mercury retrograde, the 22nd of February. It's not going to be easy, but you can do this. Just remember what we said. Thanks for listening. Bye.